Alright, I already put one video on this year of identifying wild ginseng, and I might as well throw another one, maybe to help it along a little. I'm up in the northern slope of some nice Dacious tree woods, and as far as hunting ginseng, looking for it, first thing I do is start looking for companion plants that could grow around the soils of where ginseng grows. And like right here, if you look, this is blue cohosh. It's a deep woods plant, and I know where this plant's growing, it's fairly decent soil conditions. Supplement the growth of ginseng. And if you look up here, there's Doll's Eye, and that's another, I would say, a decent companion plant. Doll's Eye, blue cohosh. So I know I'm getting close. Very sandy silt loam type soil, and I do see dead vegetation as far as last year's leaves still on the ground. That's a decent sign. The other one is, of course, ferns. They'll grow in a lot of places, but deep woods, you start seeing them quite a bit. That's another good sign. Now, the soil, like I said, sandy silt loam. If it's got clay and stuff on it, a lot of clay in it, not so good. If it's, say, a moist season out, you'll feel the soil collapsing right below your feet. And as far as shade, you gotta have at least 80% shade. And if you look right above us here, maple trees. Almost all maple trees. I mean, there's other trees, of course, but very heavy stand of maples, good neutral soil. Ginseng likes shade. You can't tolerate heat. It's got to have about 80% shade, and the soil has to be well drained. And that's the starting point of identifying or looking for it. I keep walking here and show you what ginseng looks like and how to identify it. Here's another companion plant, bloodroot. Yeah, usually I start finding that. Very good sign that the soil will support ginseng. To me, that one is probably the biggest telltale for soil conditions. Like I said, right there, bloodroot. I haven't been over in this area. The ginseng that I know is growing is to the east of me. More bloodroot, but right here, this soil's perfect, I'm telling you. And not too much undergrowth. You don't want too much of it. If there isn't any undergrowth, you know damn well you're not going to find it there. My guess, hey, look at that. Right off the bat. I didn't know this was here, but I found some. Pretty neat. Figured it would be. Right there's a little three-pronger. 2 berries. 3-pronger. Got the small leaves. Yeah, if you see here, it's a fairly young plant. A real young plant only has 3 leaves. 3 prongs. You got 1, 2, 3. And there's that typical 5 group. All them leaves are connected there. And on the underside, all the stems come off from the main stem at the same spot. And you got 2 berries. So what I'm going to do, I don't ever sell it, and I don't dig it. Someday maybe I will, but being as, oops, I popped that one. But anyways, inside that ginseng seed or berry is hard seeds. It was getting ready to form 2, but it'll be 1 this year. But you take them and put them about probably 2 centimeters or roughly 1 inch under the soil and bury them. Don't pop them either. That helps keep them moist. But anyways, there's one plant right there. No non-woody stem. That to me is like huge for identifying. Any type of a woody stem is not good. And that leaf pattern right there, where all the leaves are connected in groups of 3, is a telltale. That's ginseng. That is not ginseng. And why? Look at these 2 leaves. They're down away from them other ones. See that? They should all be up there connected, and you got a woody stem and a long skinny ass root. I might dig a root and show you what they look like, but not right at this moment. I'm gonna cut the top since it's hunting season, so somebody doesn't come and dig it, because trust me, people are gonna come in regardless, and that's why it's not around. Is somebody thinks their wood's safe, well, they'll have no idea if someone's in here. Maybe I'll even run into somebody poaching it. But so that's what the plant looks like. That's a small one. We'll get some more. Right here is Trillium. That is another companion plant to ginseng. Notice the growth, a little bit excessive for undergrowth. A lot of ferns though. As far as shade, sun must be hitting it pretty good here. Maybe a little too much. I'm only probably 15 feet away from that plant I found. So there should be more in here, because through the years berries roll downhill and the older plants will be upwards. But look at this beautiful stand of bloodroot. I'm telling you, I'm going to find more here. I'll be surprised if I don't. Look at that. Just got done saying it, and I'm not bullshitting. That is ginseng. There's a healthy 3-pronger. Berries have already dropped. I guess I'll find them laying somewhere around there. That's a big 3-pronger, and guess what? Oh, that's blue cohosh. But notice that groups of 5 laying right on the ground. Oh, sorry, this is a 4-pronger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decent sized plant, real decent. So we're gonna go ahead and clip that top. I don't want to dig the root on this one. Look at this, just landed on me. Jumped right on top of me. Walking stick. Landed right on me. Haven't seen one of them in years. Come on, get up on top, dumbass. Look at that. Mosquitoes biting the piss out of me. Here's a couple more plants 5 feet up from there. Blue cohosh, 3-pronger, 2-pronger. This here is a seedling. Got 3 leaves on it. Almost looks like a strawberry leaf, actually. Small 2-pronger there. But, like I said, there's 1 3-pronger, 2 3-prongers, and a 2-pronger there. From here, we're looking at more. Nice 3-pronger. But we're talking 1 here, 2-pronger, 1, not ginseng, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plants. 9 plants right there. 5-leaf pattern, all coming off the same stem. Broke off into 3s on that one. Then down below, non-woody stem. And the upper stems are all branched off from that. Well-drained soil. Notice the leaves from last year are still on the ground around. Here's a pretty decent group, about 20 feet, 30, maybe 35 feet below that one. Here's a beautiful 3-pronger. Another one. Another one. This one got knocked over. And a whole big pile of them. Along with a couple more. One there, over there. This is what the roots look like. No hairs. Small pieces, kind of like a carrot. Roughly the size of your thumb for a decent sized root. And I got a golden color to it. And right there is next year's bud for it to grow. But like I said, can't stress, no hair at all. And if you clean it off, it's got a golden color, a lot of wrinkles. Now this plant every year, you can't see here because it's not clean, but this is probably, I would say, a good 8 to 10 year plant, if not more. They don't come up every year. Some years they might lay dormant, but that's what the root looks like. If somebody's interested. One way to find out if you got ginseng, of course, is dig the root, and it looks like this. You got ginseng. A little bit farther down, we got us another one here. Something digging the piss out of this hillside. There. Much for animal traps. Same with here. Find out if anything's in there when I get home and look at the camera. I'm in real good ginseng soil. If you see here, looks like very strong plants. Big, all over. Now, I'm gonna look more because sure looks like ginseng, but this first one, break that off. See how them two bottom leaves are away from the stem coming off the other ones. It's not ginseng. Now this don't have a woody stem, but it's got a root that you'd think would be ginseng. But I do believe this here would be classified as fool's ginseng. Branches off just the same off the main stem as ginseng. But them leaves, bottom ones, of course, they're just as big as the top ones, but they're not coming off the same stem at the same point. And it does have a weird root that's wrinkly, no hairs, but look how skinny it is. So that would be the real fool's ginseng. There's a lot of it. One there. And this is actually mixed right in where ginseng was. You'd swear that that was ginseng, but you have to keep in mind, like I said, this leaf pattern. Everything should be coming off right where my finger is, not down there. Look at that thing. Just like ginseng. Big viney root though. Pretty close. But that is not ginseng. A lot of it. We're going to keep moving. Fool's ginseng. What the hell kind of mushroom is that? Look at that thing. Real spongy. Now, there's some May apples up there, and I actually thought I wasn't in very good ginseng soil, but I'm seeing bloodroot. Just the trees changed. I got a lot of birches right here. There's still a lot of maples, and very hard to see. I run smack into a little two-pronger, and a little three-pronger. Berries are off, ready to die back. Hell out of there, branch. Look at that. Did not think I would find it right here on this knoll. But the woods is opening up more. I guess they want to try to survive there. Be my guest. I'm in a different area, and I know in the past I've found ginseng here, but people have snuck in and dug it. I haven't been here in a couple years, but same thing, ideal. Bloodroot. There's doll's eye. A lot of maples, actually humongous maple trees here. It's on a little sloping knoll on the north side. You got a lot of this in here. It's like a onion type plant. I don't know if wild onion or not. It's got a little bulb. But I want to come in here and just see if I can find some. Said I haven't been here for a while. Actually found quite a bit at one time. And I went a couple years without clipping the tops off, and come up and literally gone. Traileum, bloodroot, ferns, ideal soil. It's a little bit rocky. That's just sad. There's none in here. None at all. There's blue cohosh, but stupid people poaching. Wiped it out. Probably all within 2 years span. There were some big, nice four-prongers in here. Took it all. Took it all. This soil is so ideal for this. Watch. Step on it. Squishes right in. I think you'd find at least one little one in here. That's weird. Can't tell. That's ginseng seed. Sure looks like it, but I don't think it is. Something dropped a lot of seeds there, and I don't see any plant around. Oh, look at this. Not too far up the hill, fence line. Ginseng seed. Ginseng two-pronger. Big three-pronger, medium one. More little ones. Another threer. And there we go. Nice big three-pronger. Right into that tree. A couple more. Another three. There's a good 8, 10 plants right here. Again, nice group of berries. Look on the other side of this log. Another big one. Probably a couple more. Sure enough. Down a little ways. Ginseng. Ginseng. Probably only down about 20 feet. And right here we have a decent sized three-pronger. Now this area used to be a lot more, and I don't know if it's because of the opening that has happened through the years or what, but one time there's quite a bit here, but either somebody dug it or it's just too bright. But finding that one healthy, I would say somebody come in and dug it and missed this one. Found a second one. Don't look real healthy though. Nice berry. So go ahead and bury it. And another one. Healthy three-pronger with berries. Definitely sporadic, but here's another strong three-pronger. I'm up on a knoll. Same thing. A lot of leaves, a lot of maples. Right next to it, doll's eye. Bloodroot. Bloodroot. No ferns right here though. And come over on the east side of that knoll and ran into this one. Nice 3-pronger. And a little 2-pronger. Almost looks like strawberry. Haven't found any in clumps. Walked about another, probably, I don't know, 100 feet south, and there's another 3-pronger. Real sporadic. We got us another animal hole. Digs that shit out. Oh, that's a fox? Or what? Freaking fall in there. Now I'm back up on that knoll, and right here's a 2-pronger, probably was a 3. Right over there is when I originally found one on the knoll. I'm out of breath, getting fat and old. But seeds have dropped. Check this out. Another one that I missed. That one's a little more excusable for missing. Don't have your, only got 1 leaf there, 1 stem with 5 on it. Back to another one. A little bit heavier one. Another 3-pronger. Walking along the western slope of the ridge. So anyways, we gotta get back. Get ready for work. That's ginseng. And I would highly recommend, which most people aren't going to listen anyways, but going up right at the beginning of ginseng season, or if it's legal, a day or 2 before, clipping the tops on everything. If you notice there, majority of them were 3-prongers and 2-prongers, maybe upwards of 15 years old, but eventually you kept doing that, you'd get 4 and 5s, and they're valuable. They'd populate with more seeds, and overall, people would end up with a heck of a lot more, and it'd keep the plant growing. But the problem is, if everybody does that, the price will skyrocket because nobody's digging it. And then somebody wants to come in and steal it and wipe it out. So, like I said, if you clip the tops, you eliminate that factor of people coming in and stealing. And ginseng prospers, and you do too. So check out all my other vids before you shut your computer off. There you go. How to find ginseng.